This Crocker, do you think...
It would be interesting to meet him. Our young friend should be able to find him.
前回のあらすじ。特定中犯罪者集団に、容疑者と思われる男の居場所を特定してもらったよ。
Wiggins, could you find a way to bring this Captain Crocker here to us?
Here? Holmes, that could be dangerous.
No problem, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes, I was informed that you were looking for me, and I'd like to know why.
Yes, it is important that we talk. You will soon understand why.
こいつがクロッカーか。人殺してそうな顔してやがんな。身だしなみチェックいきます。こいつは誠実なやつだ。目を見ればわかる。ほんまかい。かなりがっちりした体型をしている。ユースタス教をワンパンなんて余裕だろう。手に新聞のインクがついてる。今まで新聞を読んでいたんだろうか。綺麗なブーツだ。ちゃんと働いてんのかこいつ。携帯ナイフ？あ。
You are acquainted with Lady Mary Brackenstall, are you not?
Yes, I think I do remember her. From when I was first officer, but I still don't see...
It seems your relationship went beyond that of mere passenger and first officer.
How dare you?
Indeed, how reckless a feeling is love, particularly if one is prepared to commit a murder in its name.
Explain yourself this instant.
You are aware that the murder made the headlines of the morning press. You read the newspaper report, but to your dismay, found it much fabricated. Once you learned that I wanted to see you, you came straight away. You needed to know what I had found.
You... and what do you know?
That evening, you were with Lady Brackenstall, despite the danger.
I'm not afraid, Mr. Holmes. Besides, all of this is just guesswork.
You would be right, if there was no evidence.
What then?
Lady Brackenstall was tied to a chair on the night of the murder. And it was you who tied her up.
You call that evidence?
Yes, as she was tied with a sailor's knot. Your handiwork.
So, it's a sailor who's done it. That proves nothing, Mr. Holmes. I'm not the only sailor in London right now. Your theory is flawed anyway. On the night of the murder, I was aboard the Sharp. I was supervising the repair of a porthole.
At night?
It was an emergency. There was a leak. You can ask the ship's carpenter. He can confirm.
I'm sure that he can.
Perfect. In that case, we have nothing more to talk about. Good evening, gentlemen.
Holmes, what should we do now? Would you like to check his alibi?
No. There is no doubt that these men will testify in his favor, and there will be no way to check.
So, what then?
So, we must work with what we have. We have all the puzzle pieces.
Now I understand why you dissected the bell rope.
なんかごちゃごちゃ言ってたけど、証拠は全部揃ってるんでね。このままクロッカー氏を殺人の容疑で書類送検します。手がかりをもとに事件当日のことを推理すると、仲が良かったクロッカー船長と夫人、夫のユースタス卿に秘密で、大胆にも二人でワインを宅飲みしていた。そんな中、不幸にもというか、当然というか、2階で寝ていたユースタス卿が1階に降りてきてしまう。激怒したユースタス卿は、持っていた杖で夫人の顔面を殴る。夫人はこの時左目に怪我をしたのか。だが夫人を殴られたことでクロッカー船長がマジギレ。怒り補正で攻撃力にバフがかかり、ユースタス卿をワンパン。もやし神耐久男を殺害してしまう。焦った二人は偽装工作をすることにした。まずワインをもう一つ用意して、三人組の強盗がやったことにした。 3つあったワイングラスのうち、1つだけ瓶から直接ワインが注がれたから、グラスの底に檻が溜まっていたのか。次に夫人を椅子に縛り付ける。うっかり船乗り特有の縛り方をしなければ、疑われることもなかったのにね。無念。強盗のせいにする関係上、銀食器を盗まれたことにするため、井戸に銀食器を捨てとく。もっと離れたところに捨てろよ。とまあ大体こんな感じです。それではこの男を訴えよう。この章でもルート分岐があるよ。まずは普通に逮捕する選択肢だね。
クロッカー船長を逮捕する。ジャック・クロッカーが殺人者だ。彼と、その共犯者であるブラッケンストール夫人は罰せられるだろう。
もう一つの選択肢はクロッカー船長を見逃すというものだ。
自己防衛のための殺害だった。ジャック・クロッカーは、アルコール依存症の暴力を振るう男から女性を守った。謎は解けたが、事実は公開しないことに決めた。警察に知らせる必要はない。
クロッカー船長は人を殺してしまったが、それは女性を守るためだったので、セーフだ。よってクロッカー氏は暫定無罪とします。選ぶべき選択肢は、クロッカー船長を放免するだ。
ほう。
Wiggins, could you ask Mr. Crocker to come here again, please?
Right away.
Why did you make me come here again, Mr. Holmes?
It is over. I know that it was you who killed Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
What?
I know, because of the height at which the rope was cut. The knife used was a sea knife, the knots were sailor's knots, and not least the sheer force that was put behind the killing blow. And because you are the only one who knows Lady Mary Brackenstall in London. And because you love her.
It's true.
It is time for you to tell us the whole truth.
I admit that I loved Mary madly from the first day that I met her. But I never did come to visit her, for I believed that she was in a happy household. When I talked to her maid, who told me everything, I was insane with rage. I was due to set sail for 6 months away. I wanted only to see her again. But it turned into a damnable nightmare when he barged in. He dared raise his hand to her. He was not even worthy of licking her boots. Oh, I regret nothing. I admit I killed the monster out of love for her. She will forgive me if she is able.
Lady Brackenstall already forgave you. She said nothing.
Mary.
But that makes her an accomplice as well as her maid. It places her in danger yet again.
Mr. Holmes.
You would not have managed to protect her.
Till I die, do you hear me? Here is a letter that sets everything clear, and it is the one that should be disclosed to the police. I am the only culprit. Mary had nothing to do with it. Now it is time to end this.
Yeah.
Watson.
It's over, Holmes. We can do nothing for him now.
Here is a case that didn't end as I had expected. It is entirely my fault. I know that you have already drafted a summary of the case. You have my permission for its publication, if you so wish.
I'll think about it, Holmes.
Holmes! Whatever is going on here?
That is Sir Eustace's killer. He has performed his own brand of justice.
My God! But why did you not call me?
I apologize. Here is his letter of confession.
So much drama.
You have no idea.
嫌な事件だったね。
Now
もう
it
一
is time to
回
end
遊
this.
べるトン何やってんだてめえ
俺はみんなの目の中にさえ入れてもらえねえ存在なんだ。
何をやってんだぶっ殺してくれ
あんたのような素敵な人になら
てめえそらスイッチあらせ
Please forgive me, Captain Crocker. I wished only to test your sincerity, and your words and deeds have far exceeded my expectations. See here, Captain Crocker. We'll do this in due form of law. You are the prisoner. Watson, you are a British jury. Captain Crocker, the evidence shows that you acted without premeditation and used reasonable force to protect an innocent victim from her husband's brutality. Your devotion pushed you to attempt to kill yourself in order to protect the one you love. Now, what say you, gentlemen of the jury?
Not guilty, my lord.
Vox populi, vox dei. You are acquitted, Captain Crocker. So long as the law does not find some other victim, you are safe from me.
Mr. Holmes.
It is a great responsibility that I take upon myself, but I will give Lestrade an excellent lead, and if he can't avail himself of it, I can do no more. Come back to your lady in a year, and may her future and yours justify us in the judgment which we have pronounced this night. Inspector, I'm afraid that the murderers have escaped us.
What? Do you mean to tell me that you failed? Never thought I'd live to see the day.
I mentioned the murderers, not the case. It is obvious that the crime was committed by 3 criminals who cannot be the Randalls.
You really think so?
You only need to find a gang of 3 thugs wandering around. I can trust you to do that.
If they exist, I'll catch them.
You'll find someone, I have no doubt of it. Goodbye, Inspector.
はい。これでアビー屋敷の事件は終わりです。みんなもろくな奴と結婚しないように気をつけてね。このゲーム、全部で6章あって、あと2章残ってるんですが、編集に疲れたのでやりません。こっから先は自分でプレイしてみてね。
次の話は旧植物園の一件という話か。
うわ、超面白そうじゃん。